Hi, my name is Rachel. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am making another These Books Will Self-Destruct list. These books are definitely more on the chopping block for getting just completely unhauled by the time that, I have to come around and reassess this list of books, and that is because they are all YA. So these books are definitely ones that are like, I've had them for a little while. I keep forgetting they kind of exist. So we're just going to go over them and I'll tell you what they're about, which will also help refresh my memory because I cannot for the life of me recall anything about any of these books. And hopefully that will give me the boost that I need to actually read them this year. And if I don't read them this year, I will unhaul them in 1 year's time. Today that I'm filming this, it's January 12th, 2026. So if I don't read this by January 12th of next year, these books will be unhauled and given to a new home where they can be appreciated. These are in no particular order. I am literally just going to pick off the stack that I made. The first book I have here is Rules for Vanishing by K. Alice Marshall. I believe I read another book by her like 2 years ago, and it was supposed to be really scary, and I can't remember the title. I can't remember much about it. That's where I'm at right now. But I've had this one on my TBR for a little while, so I'm willing to give it a shot, or at least, I'm willing to put it on this list and intend to read it this year. But if I don't read it this year, it's gotta go because it's just been too long. The synopsis says, Sarah's sister disappeared 1 year ago and only Sarah knows where she is. Becca went to find the ghost of Lucy Gallows and is trapped on her road. In the sleepy town of Briar Glen, Lucy's road is nothing more than local lore. But Sarah knows it's real and she's going to find it. When Sarah and her skeptical friends meet in the forest to search for Becca, the mysterious road unfurls before them. All they have to do is walk down it, but the path to Lucy is not of this world, and it has its own rules. Every mistake summons new horrors, vengeful spirits, and broken, angry creatures are waiting for them to slip, and no one is guaranteed safe passage. The only certainty is this: the road has a toll and it will be paid. Sarah knows that if she steps onto the road, she might not come back, but Becca needs her, and Lucy is waiting. So, I feel like this book has potential, and I feel like K. Alice Marshall has good ideas. And as a matter of fact, reading the synopsis for this reminded me what the other book was about. I can't remember the title still, but it was about a girl who goes to this island to be closer to her mother who's dead. Her mom used to work on this island as some kind of scientist, and she goes to this island, and then there's like these weird alien creature things that it's like a horror. It wasn't very scary, I will say. So I'm not very hopeful for this one to be scary, but I mean, I feel like back in the day when this was like having its moment, like everyone loved it. So, I'm still willing to give it a shot. I don't think it's very long, and it's YA, so it will read quick. The words are huge, so that's where I'm at with that one. I know, I feel like I sound completely unexcited about it, and I feel like some people are gonna be like, I should just get rid of it now because you don't care. But I don't know. I feel like I could like it. And there's sometimes where you just need like an easier read, which is why I do have a couple of YA like on my list. But I just haven't picked it up yet. I don't even think I bought this one. I think this one was gifted to me. So sorry, whoever gave me this. I haven't read it yet. It's been years. Wake up, Rachel. The next book I have is Blood Countess by Lana Popovic. And this one, I actually don't know if it's YA. I think it is. But it's supposedly like really vicious. It says, 16-year-old Anna Darvulia has just begun working as a scullery maid for Countess Elizabeth Bathory, a woman as enigmatic as she is beautiful. When Elizabeth takes a liking to Anna, she is vaulted to chambermaid status and begins to reside in the Countess's private suite. Far from the filthy, drafty servants' quarters below, for the ambitious Anna is a dream. She receives wages generous enough to provide for her family, and the lonely, calculating countess, whose cruel husband is often away at war, begins to groom Anna as her friend, confidant, and eventual lover. Okay, this can't be YA, right? No sooner does Elizabeth beguile Anna entirely than Elizabeth's perfect facade begins to crack. And when others in her employ disappear, Anna begins to fear the person she's begun to love has crossed over into madness, or worse. Then come the murders, and Anna knows it's only a matter of time before Countess Elizabeth turns on her as well. After she tries to thwart the Countess's atrocities, Anna realizes she isn't the Countess's friend or lover, she's her prisoner. And if she stays any longer, she may well become her perfect foil. Ooh, okay, wait, is this a vampire? Is this a vampire story? I don't think I actually knew that. I mean, it literally says Blood Countess. So like I kind of should have inferred that, but I thought she was just like really like ruthless in her countessery. What does a countess even do? I don't fucking know. Anyways, apparently this is a vampire story. So that's cool. Also, it's sapphic. So my intrigue for this just went a lot up actually, because I did not know that it was going to be sapphic. I don't know if this is YA or not. It doesn't sound YA because I feel like being groomed as a lover is not really like a theme. I mean, it could be a YA book, but I don't know. I hope it's not, because I think if it's not, it has potential to actually be great. Has anyone read this? I feel like I don't hear a single person talk about this book. It did come out quite a while ago. Let's see. It was published in 2020, so it's not that old, 6 years. Has anyone read this? Did you enjoy it? I actually don't know if I've heard anyone talk about it, but sapphic vampire potentially. So right up my alley if that's what's happening. Now, the next book is one I have heard people talk about before, and that is House of Hollow by Crystal Sutherland. This is botanical horror, I think, and that is why, even though I'm pretty sure this one's a YA, that is why this one has kind of like wormed its way into my like TBR and actually wanting to read it, because I can't remember the last time I was reading YA like religiously. I really want to say like 2019. Nope. I really want to say like 2016 is the last time that I was like reading YA like constantly, like a good mix of YA and adult, probably leaning towards more YA. That was in 2016. I want to say like the end of 2017, early 2018, I really started leaning more into adult novels. So I never ended up getting to this one, but I did buy it in the height of my like wanting to read YA a lot. And this one had a lot of praises. I remember hearing about this one a lot on BookTube. Books and Lala talked about it at one point, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, the cover is absolutely stunning. Like, don't get me wrong, which I think is probably why it's managed to stay on my shelves for so long, because I just can't bear to get rid of it. But the synopsis for this one says, Iris Hollow and her two older sisters are unquestionably strange. As children, they disappeared on a Scottish city street, only to return a month later with no memory of what had happened to them or where they'd been. More troubling, their appearance began to change, their blue eyes now black, their dark hair now white. And as they grew older, odd, eerie occurrences seemed to follow in their wake. People find them disturbingly intoxicating, unbearably beautiful, and inexplicably dangerous. Now, 17-year-old Iris is doing all she can to fit in and graduate high school on time, something her two famous, glamorous, globe-trotting older sisters, Gray and Vivi, never managed to do. But when Gray goes missing, leaving behind bizarre clues as to her whereabouts, Iris and Vivi are left to find her. But they aren't the only ones looking. As they brush against the supernatural, Iris quickly realizes that the story she's been told about their past is unraveling, and the world that returned them seemingly unharmed 10 years ago might just be calling them back again. Darkly seductive, this twisty modern-day fairy tale by critically acclaimed author blah 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 blah. Ow, that hurt. I hurt myself. Okay, well, I was under the impression that this was botanical horror, but that synopsis didn't give me botanical horror. It said something about supernatural and then their black eyes and white hair. So like, are they just some kind of weird alien creatures? I don't know. It could be botanical, but there was nothing botanical described in the synopsis. So that makes me question the cover, because like the flowers are coming out of her face. There's blood and shit. Also, does anyone else think that she kind of looks like Zendaya? Not her skin color, obviously, but the intensity of her eyes and her eyebrow. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, I'm a little confused now about what this book is actually about. I still think I want to read it. I do actually think that Rules for Vanishing and this one could be good if I read them in October. Again, do I want to wait that long to try to read them? Because if I just never get to them, then I have to unhaul them without trying them. And if I wait that long, will I forget? Blah, blah, blah. You know how it goes. You know how it goes. But if you've read this one, please let me know in the comments if you like it, because this is one that I did hear so much about when it first came out. And I feel like it was really beloved. And I'm not sure if it will hold up because it was published in 2021. I think it said back in, I think it was like 2020 or 2021. So it is, but I'm so tired. I'm not making any sense. I don't know. There are only 2 books left on this list, and they are part of a series, so I'm going to talk about them together. A wild concept, right? So the last 2 books on this list are Kingdom of Souls and Reaper of Souls by Rena Barron. The reason they're both on here is because if I read the first one and enjoy it, I would like to try the second one. And then if I don't love the second one, I will probably just unhaul them I think there's one more in this series. I do believe it's a trilogy. I think there's one more. So before I buy the third one, because I have a really big problem of buying series without starting them, before I make that mistake, I want to at least be like 100 or so pages into the second one and feel like, okay, cool, I'm enjoying it. I will buy the third one. Or, you know, maybe I'll actually finish that one first before I buy the book. Like, you know, because sometimes the book really disappoints you in the last 100 pages, which is awful. But anyways, about this book specifically. Born to a family of powerful witch doctors, Ara yearns for magic of her own, but she fails to read the bones, fails to see the future, and fails to call upon the ancestors. With each passing year, her ambitious mother looks upon her with ever-growing disapproval. There is only one thing Ara hasn't tried. Charlatans in the market trade years of their own lives for a taste of magic, without knowing how many each ritual will take. Ooh, that is a sacrifice Ara would never risk until the kingdom's children begin to vanish. When Ara trades her years for the magic to catch the child snatcher, what she uncovers is even more horrifying. The Demon King, who the ancient gods imprisoned centuries ago, is stirring. If he awakens, his hunger for souls will bring Ara's world to its knees, unless she pays the price for the magic to save it. Okay, like that sounds intriguing, but it also kind of seems like it doesn't seem like anything new. The plot the plot feels very much like something I've probably read before, you know, like a demon king's coming back from the underground or is coming back from the prison that he was trapped in, which is like the plot of literally so many books. So it's nothing against like this author or this book in general. But I have a feeling that like I'm not gonna love it, but I want to love it. I do want to love it so badly. Again, it's YA. The words are freaking huge in here. Damn, it's almost 500 pages. That's actually kind of big. And this one, I feel like was one of the ones that when it first came out, it was really popular. A lot of people really loved it, but I don't hear too many people like still talking about it to this day. I don't hear too many people still reading it to this day. Also, I'm so sorry. I just hate people on the cover. I hate real photos of people on the cover. If this exact same cover was like an art print or like, you know, digitally drawn, whatever, I would love it. I think the composition is interesting because we're really focusing on this girl, but I just hate the pictures. I really just hate pictures of people on the cover. I feel like this could be interesting. I don't really have much to say about any of these books because it's kind of the same for each of them. I feel like they could be interesting, but I also feel like there's a part of me that's like, no, they're probably not going to hold my interest because I've had them for so long and because they're YA and like I'm just reading adult novels now because I really find more enjoyment in reading something that's more dense. I feel like a lot of YA is a little bit easier to digest, and that's not a bad thing at all. It's just not what I prefer. So I don't know if I'll like this one, but I think we're going to try this year. So these 5 books we're going to put on the chopping block this year. We're going to give them a try. And if I don't try them, or if I try them and don't like them, they will be skedoodling on to a new home in a little free library or donated to my local public library, however that pans out when I decide to do it. I think House of Hollow has the highest potential for me to like it because of how popular it was, and I think it might be botanical horror, even though there's nothing in the synopsis that says it is. I just like have this feeling. I can't remember if that's true or not. But if you've read any of these books and you really want me to read them and you like have a good case for like me keeping it and like actually getting to it this year, please let me know down in the comments. I would love to know. If you've made it this far in the video, leave a ladybug emoji. Is there a ladybug emoji? I don't know. There was a bug on one of these books. I don't remember what bug it was. Leave some bugs. Leave a bunch of bugs down in the comments. And thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye.